When you think of Georgia, you think of Athens. We're going to talk about the Athens area, but not Georgia, Ohio. That's where we bring in Matt Houston, who visited Joe Burrow's hometown.
That's it. And Ed Ogeron would tell you, Jacques, that Joe Burrow has the it factor, right? It's some combination of swagger, toughness, and grit. But to understand where that comes from, you've got to understand Joe. And to understand Joe, you've got to understand the Plains.
There's something familiar about this drive-through in Ohio.
Thanks, guys. People come through and you just go get what they want. They hand you the money. It's easy.
Isaac Coy doesn't know how to make a daiquiri.
Hey, boy.
And his hometown, the Plains, couldn't be further from our swamps.
Yes, sir.
But inside the beverage drive-through liquor store,
Don't leave yet, I gotta get dog treat.
he's found a little Louisiana flair.
Everyone here says they're an LSU fan now, but I kind of call them on that. I say I think we're more of Joe Burrow fans.
But whether for the player or the team, the Plains is dotted with purple and gold, shades that pair well with Athens Bulldog green.
The goalpost, was just there for the water jug because we didn't kick field goals.
Coach Sam Smathers gave Joe his first true colors in elementary school on this field, now named in his family's honor.
Everybody got to hit the sled.
They're one of many who helped put Athens football back on the map.
Because you got to have fun when you're coaching kids.
With Pee Wee ball.
This was our little hill. We'd go up and down and play. He picked up on things that, other kids just weren't as quick to pick up on. And he could be the field general at that level.
And you might expect that from the son of a D1 football coach. But it wasn't just his mastery of the wing T offense that set the quiet third grader apart.
He was the first one in line. And I'm telling you what, he was wanting to lay that hit.
It was toughness.
And you could tell that he'd come off the field, he'd be upset and stomping.
And his response to failure.
He's mad at himself. And he can score 70 and put up astronomical numbers, knowing that one play, it'll bug him. It'll just eat at him. He'll have to go out and get that better.
Even for a child, it's a common trait here. Because in the Plains, attitude is religious.
This is a very blue-collar area. A lot of people have the, get your lunchbox, go to work mentality.
But neighbors like Tom Hardy,
with that being said,
say Joe had some unique ingredients.
As great as everyone is, he's just on another level.
It's all part of it.
Family.
This is a very hard-working community. It's an old coal mining area, so that's definitely in the culture around us. But I think that in general, that culture is where we feel comfortable.
He understood what Athens County was all about and wanted to be a good representative of it with his character and with his work ethic.
And there's no better evidence than in the Athens High School weight room, where Joe worked to turn minute weaknesses into his greatest strengths.
It's nothing shy of amazing.
And his observations on toughness are now memorialized next to his records.
The confidence that Joe has comes from knowing that there has been no stone unturned. He has done everything he can do to get to that Saturday.
Nathan White coached Joe and other Athens QBs here on Fridays. He'll tell you Joe decided to be a great quarterback, and no one was going to outwork him.
He threw for 47 touchdowns or something as a sophomore and as a junior. And we were watching tape over the summer going into his senior year of some same scheme stuff that we were running. And he said, man, I wasn't very good last year.
But he was good enough his senior year to lead the Bulldogs to the state championship game and help set the Ohio record for points in a season.
Probably could have played anywhere from D-line to linebacker to safety.
All the while trying to convince his coaches to let him play defense, too.
And he doesn't like coming off the field.
But that's what made Ohio State so tough.
When he wasn't playing, he wanted to be a part of it, and he wanted to get out there, and he tried to get Coach Meyer and Kerry Combs, the special teams coordinator, to put him on at least the kickoff team so he could run down, but they never went for that.
Injuries and competition kept him from the opportunities he sought when he signed, but he fulfilled his commitment and graduated anyway.
He took his time to decide whether he was going to transfer from Ohio State, and he also took his time deciding where he was going to go, and he made a great decision.
And in true Burrow fashion, Joe chose LSU, partly because they did not promise him a starting job, but rather a chance to compete.
I think deep down we all said, we respect that, because, they could have just said, hey Joe, you come here, you're number one from day one. But he likes to earn things, and he saw it as a great opportunity.
5 free home games a year, baby.
These days, retired Coach Smathers is watching the last of his youth league players from his front porch, and Joe on the TV in his garage, where he's already got a space picked out for a piece of Heisman memorabilia.
But if we do get it, it'll have his pants pulled down, it'll sit right here.
And rightfully so, because the Plains helped earn it.
Nothing like that, nothing like him comes out of this place. I mean, it was just so unprecedented for him to come out of here.
But no one like Joe comes from somewhere much different.
Joe's friends and family tell me they're proud of his success, but most proud that he's remained humble through the Sports Illustrated covers and the features on ESPN. And that humility was perhaps best evidenced last week after he set all of those records Jack mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. They stopped Texas A&M, and he immediately after the game ran over to thank the LSU crowd and the Tiger faithful who have supported him in a way I'm not sure he imagined. He tweeted after the game that Tiger Stadium is where opponents' dreams come to die, but where his dreams came true.
Matt Houston, outstanding job.